Welcome back to Real Talk. My name is Ben the Billionaire, and it's a pleasure to have you here. Firstly, I have to say Happy New Year. And this is not a motivational talk. This is a honest conversation about 2025 and what it took from us, what we had to learn, and also talking about what 2026 demands from us. So today I'm with a renowned author, a friend, a brother, Mr. Precious Ashiegbu.
Thank you, Mr. Ben.
It's nice to meet you, sir.
Thank you so much.
It's nice to meet you, sir.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
All right, so welcome also to the both of you, and it's also a pleasure to be here. So I have just a couple of questions to throw. I'm sure that the both of you, you're both people that over the course of last year, you've seen things, experienced things, and then you know how we can project the lessons from last year into this year and how to move forward. So we'll just start with a very simple one that a lot of people feel very tired mentally and even when they're not doing so much. So I'd like to know why you think that's the case.
A lot of people feel tired mentally. I feel like a lot of people go through this mental tiredness because they are trying to do so many things. And it's draining, trying to do so many things at the same time. And it takes you away from the focus you need to actually attack what you have going on in your life. And when you lack focus of the mind, you cannot really have dominion. There's a saying in the Bible, we are meant to have dominion over the earth. And dominion starts from the mind. So it's in that lack of focus in the mind or the lack of organization, I feel that's what brings the whole drain or make people feel tired or make people feel like they can't handle certain things.
Okay, so for me, I think there are a lot of things that make people feel tired when they're not doing much. For example, if you don't have your goals broken down in pieces, so most people have an action goal or a vision goal
Yes,
that is
yeah.
robust enough, but have not been able to break it down in little steps that help them
Actionable
achieve their
steps,
goals.
yes.
Yeah. So sometimes when they have these things in their mind, it's overwhelming when they have not even done anything at all. Then secondly, the environment where we find ourselves, the society, there's so much noise. You have social media. So for example, you want to achieve something, but you said, okay, let me hold on, go to social media to get maybe,
Distractions,
so you
yeah.
get distracted.
Takes you away from focus.
Exactly. So before you know it, you've lost the plan. Another thing I've come to recover is what people eat sometimes affect their performance, affects their energy, their stimulus. Whatever that does not increase your dopamine will have a little effect in how much you reason and how much energy you have to
Because
execute a
in
particular thing.
2025, we have a lot of distractions from the media. The internet space is crowded, and
Yes.
these things can affect you mentally because you need your mind to be able to attack your world,
Yeah.
play the game right. Like I said earlier, dominion starts from the mind.
Yeah.
If you do not take care of your thoughts, take care of what you consume, like you said, food, like you said, the media, you drain yourself, you put yourself under pressure, and you're not even getting the results to match the pressure you're giving. So
Yes.
there's a certain mental frame you have to be in to help you take away those tiredness, like you said.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very beautiful. Still in the same vein, we're just leaving 2025, and in the time of this interview, this is the first day of the year, 2026. Looking back at the previous year, I'd like to know what you also think. What mindsets do you think helped people survive 2025? Because even looking at the country we are in, it must have been very tough. So I'd like to know, how did people cope throughout the year? Just very quickly.
Yeah, do you want to go first?
Okay, sure. One of the things that actually help people to succeed in 2025 is one is hope. All right, very important. Notwithstanding what the world is going on or what's happening around the world or the society, people still have that hope that it's going to be better, so they keep going. Another thing is faith. They believe that they can achieve it no matter what's going on. All right, then you have self perseverance, you have resilient spirit, you have
Would you
survival
say
mindset.
you kept hope throughout the year? Like, would you say you kept hope?
Yes, I had hope, and hope is scriptural. It's something like that boosts your faith.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So faith works by hope. Hope also work with patience.
There's a lot towards hope. There's a lot towards hope.
Yes.
For me, this year has been a roller coaster. But one mindset I know I took throughout 2025 is choosing to be more intentional with my life, intentional about what I want and where I would want to go. 2025 brought a lot of challenges, brought a lot of problems for you to solve. And if you're not intentional about where you want to go and how you want to solve that problem, you will not get the best life has to offer.
Yes. You see, a mind that helps people, and this is not only for people who have already grown. We're talking about people who are yet to grow, people who are at the rock bottom, right? Now, you have to know that life does not really offer you what you desire. Life offers you who you are.
Yes, based on who
Right.
you are.
So if you self-master yourself, like in terms of self-awareness, when you know your weaknesses, your strength, you can be able to build self-mastery. And one of the things that lead people to succeed in 2025
Yes.
was self-mastery in the midst of chaos.
Yes, that's true.
Those are very beautiful points. Thank you very much. As we look at the positive side, the kind of mindsets that help people to survive throughout the year, we also have to look at the opposite of it, which is the other mindsets that damage people, like the people that did not pay attention to their mind frame. So I'd like to know, what mindset exactly do you feel personally affected people in the year 2025?
A particular mindset that brought a lot of people to areas of their lives they didn't even see themselves in, where they took their self out of growth. There's a way you can be living in life and you are not being intentional about your own growth. It's a frame of mind that kills businessmen, kills young men, young women everywhere, because we're all living in life and facing daily challenges, from family to friends to relationships too. So there's a way you can be out of growth without even knowing you're out of growth, and that damaged a lot of people in 2025. It's an area that most people don't talk about, but you can be alive and not be aware of who you need to be in your present time for your growth.
Okay, for me, so many things damage the minds of people. One of them is self-sabotage, right? Another one is trauma. People allow their societal family upbringing, and it is psychologically proven that trauma has destroyed a lot of people not to achieve what they meant to achieve.
Yes, reach the heights they are supposed to.
Yes, some of them have unforgiveness. Some of them have not even forgiven their past. People are still angry and bitter. So these things are little foxes that destroys the vines, and this cannot help you to achieve your success.
Yes, that's true.
That's nice. I think one thing that, from what you both said, I think when Ben said some people are alive but are not even aware, I think that's my own takeaway personally. All right, you've both said well. Another question I'd like to ask is, what did you personally have to unlearn this year? When you have all these experiences in a year, you have to unwrap and then you take your lessons. So I want to know, each of you, what did you personally have to unlearn this year?
Okay, one thing I did, I'm planning of doing, is taking away the spirit of fear and embracing calculated risk.
Calculated risk.
Yeah, very important, because every success comes with a level of risk. So that's one thing I said I was going to work on for this year, 2026. Yeah.
Something I had to unlearn a lot. There's a mental shift that you have to go into to be able to draw the best life has to offer. And it can come in your habits, in your discipline, in your ideas towards different situations. At some point, you have to put yourself first. At some point, you have to let go of the things that you've been doing. That's where growth comes into play. So there's a lot of unlearning to do. There's a lot of self-work, self-talk.
Yes. You have to unlearn the past, let the past be past, and build new strategies on how to succeed.
Okay, so enough of the reflection on 2025, because all we've been doing is just reflecting, and it's not the healthiest to just remain at a place and reflect alone. So when we reflect, we know that we have to push towards what's in front of us, which is now bringing us to shifting towards 2026 as a year. I want to know, these are strong guiding lessons that we need to have. One very important question is, what kind of mentality do you think 2025 will punish what kind of mentality do you feel like if someone possesses it, you wouldn't quite make it through?
Wow. What kind of mentality do you think 2026
Yeah,
will
2026.
punish? Well, I feel one of it is that hard work alone will guarantee you results. I feel like if you go into 2026 thinking that if I just put in the work alone, I will get what I want, I will get what I deserve. It doesn't work like that. 2026 will punish the mind that feels to achieve, you just have to put in hours, you just have to put in strength.
Yes.
It doesn't work that way.
Okay, I think for me, the mindset that 2026 will punish, for me, I won't see it as a punishment. It should be as a lesson, right? There's something that says in life spiritually that every man is a teacher. Even the juju in your village is to teach you something.
To learn something.
Yes.
Okay.
So if the juju in your village has not killed you until you got into 2026, that means it's not to kill you, it's to make you stronger.
Okay.
To make you become aware
Or something.
that you are stronger than something. It makes you become aware that you are more powerful than what anybody think or anybody talk about. So if you have a mindset of fear, yes, 2026 is going to punish you.
Yes.
If you're still afraid to, do what you're supposed to do,
Step out the door.
it will punish you. If you're still settling with mediocrity, working with comfort zone, yes, 2026 is actually going to punish you.
Okay. That's very true.
Yes.
I like that. It's very true.
So, as much as we have the right mindset to go forward with, I'm sure the mindset that will not do us good, rather, that's the mindset that 2026 will punish. I'm sure you know the different mindset that we can invest in, the mindset that 2026 will reward. So for the people who partake in those kind of thinking, what mindset do you feel will be rewarded the most this year, in 2026?
2026.
2026 is going to reward people that has the mindset of mental development, like a mental shift from where they are be to where they want to be. Now, people will succeed if they have been able to identify what they want. Because 2026 is a year that will reward people who are intentional,
Yes.
people who are aware of what they want without prejudice,
Okay.
right? People will own up their mistakes. People will learn to say no when something does not correspond with their values, purpose, and goals,
Yes, in life.
right? So people have to be aggressive. When I mean aggressive, is in the positive aspect, that is being assertive to life, in terms of this is what I want. Now, this will not only benefit me, but it will benefit my generation. It will benefit my society. So people don't function based on selfishness, but taking a bold risk, not only for themselves, but people who are coming behind them.
Let me add something to what you said.
Yes, please.
Because as much as you have to put now more intentionality is you have to have structure. I feel like 2026 will favor the men, the women that add structure in who they want to be. It's one thing to know what you want to do. It's another thing to have the organized structure, strategy to allow you to take the best from it, Like you said, settling for mediocrity, settling for less of what you can be. In 2026, applying structure, strategy into the plans, into the ideas, into the
Yes.
mission that you have, the mission you have seen, because it's a gift from God. And to be able to share this light that you have, to be able to be who you say you want to be, because this talk session is not for people that don't see something great in themselves. It's for people who see something bold, something great, say something that they know they can become. So you need to apply a certain level of structure.
So in one word, quickly, I'd like to know, what are you preparing for in the year 2026? Just in one word. One word. Any of you? Like one word. Mr. Ben.
More in 2026.
I'm preparing for in 2026 is risk. Calculated risk. Like I'm going to take one of the highest risks I've never taken in my life.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. For me, it's quite different. I believe in the reality that there will be more distractions. There will be more problems. So mentally, I'm trying to prepare for those things. So I need to be a certain type of man. That's why I said earlier about having strategy, having structure, because those problems, It will be more in 2026.
So it's such great responses from the both of you, and I think Mr. Ben, you mentioned something about hope. You are trying to relate it to structure, which now begs the question: do you think hope without structure still works? Yeah, do you feel it's worth it to just have hope and then you have no structure?
Hope without structure. In life, brother, you should have hope. There's no way I can course through life without having hope or believing in what I can achieve. But I will tell you something, that hope without structure, the right structure, is like hope is the door. There's a saying, I don't know if you've heard this Ashiegbu song. It said, seeing is believing, but you have to trust yourself and hope for results. So, hoping for results is normal, but without the structure, you will not be able to get the best out of it. Hope shows you the door. Structure allows you enter inside the door. Without structure, I feel you will not taste the best of opportunities it has to offer you.
Okay, I think for me, I think, hope is like having faith. Structure is like the action that leads to you achieving it physically. All right.
Yes.
Hope is invisible. Structure is visible. Structure is those things that you put in place that will
The
make whatever you're looking
disciplines,
for come
yes,
forth.
the
So the
habits,
structure has to
yes.
come with the discipline, the self-management,
Yes.
the self-control, the learning, having mentors, having coaches, building something, having something that is tangible to work with.
Yes.
You get hope, you don't get structure. You don't miss and be that. You know, you have to believe. As you believe too, you have to also have things that you put that in place. You have to have a
Yes.
business plan. You have to have financial goals. You have to have mentorship programs, attend seminars.
It's all strategy,
Everything following inside. So that's the structure we're talking about.
You get. So if you feel like just believing alone, just hoping that, okay, one day something will happen, one day life will be good, without having the proper structure towards giving you your results, you're playing a losing game.
Another thing again, you have to know your location, no? Because when it comes to hope, you might be hoping on the wrong environment.
Can you imagine?
Yes, you have to be in the right environment to know that, okay, this structure I'm about to build, where will it work? Which country, which state, which location, which office? Do I need to get an office? Do I need to work from home? Do I need to go online? Do I need to... Those things are structures that help you.
So believing is not enough.
Believing is not really enough.
Believing is not enough.
Believing without action is a waste of time.
It's a waste of time.
Okay, that's really nice. You know, when you mentioned your location, some people might just be in the wrong locations and aspiring to achieve different kind of results. You know, it doesn't really bring good outputs. Anyway, as it relates to our personal mindset, you know, trying to have these structures, another question that I feel is very important moving into the new year is our mental rule. You know, we have to move by this guideline. So I want to know, what is one mental rule that you now live by over the course of both last year and then entering into this year? Just one mental rule, very briefly.
Well, one mental rule I live by is always stay locked in on growth. It's very easy to take away the human mind away from what it needs to grow, because there are too many factors playing against us in this game of life. There's distractions, there are friends, there are environments, and we need to align ourselves with what we need to become. The pattern of thinking needs to be molded. So it's a consistent battle. So you see this growth, it's growth of a thing.
Yeah.
If you're not fighting it every day, if you think it's just something you have innate, you will just grow. You're wrong. You have to be intentional about it.
Another thing is this. A mental shift, most of the times, is not easy. It is not socially accepted when you want to make a mental shift, when you want to succeed. So this 2026, one mental shift that I want to do is stop being a people's pleaser. Like, it can always be everybody want to sell ice cream.
Don't be scared to be weird.
Don't be scared to be your you, right?
Who you are.
You're
unique.
If you check all the wealthy people, they don't sell ice cream. Ice cream is someone who pleases people.
Yes.
Like, they must give everybody, make sure that they pleases everyone according to how people are thinking about them. People's pleaser don't make it. You always become a comedian. See, if you want to become a comedian, you want to please people, just go and join comedy. I think it's better.
Let me add something to that, because one of his mental rules is to be unique, be yourself. You know, don't be a people pleaser. Each of us have a star within us. You know, each character that you see in the earth, you know, inside life, we all have a star. We all can be whoever we choose to be, but it takes us. It doesn't take someone else. It takes you to.
It takes us to be us.
To be us. You have to be
Yeah.
yourself. You should not be scared to shine your light.
Yeah.
Do not be afraid of growth.
Yes.
Just as we talked about the different rules that we live by, that we have to guide ourselves, we know that out of these rules, we still have to pick out the ones that, don't really work for us, select what we perceive. So I'd like to know what you think are the lies that we've consumed over time, be it from the internet or people in our immediate environment, the lies that over time we've now confirmed that we no longer believe in, they no longer work for us, and they're not taking us forward.
One of the lies that I know society pushes on young men and young women everywhere is that you cannot be more. I believe that if you're a child of God and you have the spirit of excellence inside of you, by default, you should believe that you can be more. You know, I believe that wherever I go, whatever I do, whoever I choose to be, I can be great. I can be more than what people expect me to be. And that's one of the lies that have been implanted in us, not just from family, from environment, friends.
Another thing is they said education is the key to success. And that lie was a function of going to a four wall of the university or four wall of the school, secondary school, or whatever. But at the end of the day, I come to discover that education is a long journey. It's a process. Not
A
like
continuous learning.
so not like it's a particular you go to 4 year school, go to 3 year school, and after that you just succeed, you just make
It
millions.
does not happen like
And
that.
trust me, a lot of people have been broke. I have been there. I was thinking after school, you get a job, I will have billions of naira. Bro, I was broke. Billions never come. But that was one biggest lie they told me that you have to be for school. But until I discovered that school is beyond wearing uniform and going to a class.
It's beyond that.
It's beyond that. School is personal awareness. Who are you? What are you made of? What are your skills? What are your
What do
gifts?
you
What are
know?
your talents?
I went to school. I finished from Benson in Dawson University, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you, for my 5 years there, they don't tell you how much you need to be in school. They don't tell you the main reasons why you are in school. School is where you grow your mind, grow your thinking, how you connect to people, how you choose the ability to know that I can become more. It's all in school.
See, I wish this one Van pay me. Anytime I remember this one, they pay me well. I wish my parents told me that in school, primary school, secondary school, university, is where my success is determined. If I was told that, why I will make it better. Why? Because in secondary school, university is where you build your network,
Yes, where you
and your
you
network
learn to
become your
connect
net
to people.
worth in the future. Because that's where you build your first network.
Yes.
That some of your schoolmates today are billionaires, but you don't have network with them. So you struggle to meet them because they don't know
It's
you.
because the Nigerian school system makes you think you're going there just to learn
Just to go and sit down and solve mathematics,
engineering
and
maths.
it ends there. But they don't know that it's beyond there. It's about building relationships
with people.
with people. Because after the school, that's where success comes.
You get
Yes.
the right, like we said, the right network, the right group of friends can improve your mind.
Your people, it's people where you go school with, determine how far you go. So as you're going to school now, pay attention. It's not only going to go and read book, but
No.
build meaningful
Good
relationships.
circle of friends around
Yes,
you,
yes.
that push you towards being your best self.
Yes.
Life is deep and life is long.
Yes.
So you have to think ahead, think above. There are many people that are not aware of that tiny detail of life. That when in school, it's not just about what you read, it's about who you know, the people you connect to, how you shape your mind and your growth.
This is very important. This is very, even church, even as you're going to church. See, they told us that go to church, go and hear the word of God and come back home. It doesn't end there.
Doesn't end there.
Relationships. You see that department that you have joined, build relationship with people. Just like
Yes.
if we are from the same department, right?
Yes.
If we didn't have that relationship, I wouldn't know. I can't be here. So the same way to other people out there, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what to do, but build relationship because that is where the success starts.
That's what we said about letting your light shine. It's through people. You can shine your light through people, through the people you meet.
Life deep, sha.
It's deep. It's deep.
Okay, honestly, it's very difficult to even wrap up because what you guys have been saying are very insightful. It's very important that as much as we are trying to, educate ourselves on these things, the goal is not to have fear. It's to just have more of a sense of responsibility. So, as we're about to wrap up, I'd like to know what should we stop expecting from life, through the channel of still moving forward and projecting into 2026. What's one thing you should stop expecting from life that we feel that, oh, this is what life owes me and the personal level?
Well, I feel like many young guys, many young men, young ladies, and women alike should stop expecting life to give you the best of what it has to offer. Stop expecting to have things the way you want them. Life is not that, it doesn't work that way. You have to put in a lot of yourself to get what you want. There's a saying I say, your desire has a desire. So be accountable to yourself, be accountable to the man you choose to be. And today now, I have accountability partners. I have people who keep me on check, because I know that life will not give me the desires I want. I have to be there, I have to be present, I have to take into account that who I want to be needs me to work on myself, needs me to work on my daily habits, disciplines, and what I choose to do.
Okay, I believe for me, one thing that I will advise anyone is stop expecting much from people.
From people.
Yes. You see, people depending on their uncle, depending on their friends, bosses, parents, and all that. Most people have been frustrated because they depend on people.
Don't you think it's entitlement?
Yeah, having that entitlement spirit, right? And it can be unconscious. You might not even know that you have that entitlement spirit.
Yes.
Because I come to realize that even God said salvation is personal. It's a personal, heavenly race is personal. It's
Yes,
not
it is.
it's not a
It really
collective
is.
thing. Right? So no matter how much you try to carry people along, it won't get you to a particular point if you don't know that you owe yourself that responsibility to succeed.
To succeed, a lot of people are blinded by it.
Yes.
A lot of people feel like because you have friends, because you have people who care for you, they expect care in return. They expect help.
I expect you to make me happy. I expect you to give me money. Because I'm in a relationship with you, I expect money from you. I expect you to always become a comedian that will keep my life going. Meanwhile, it's wrong. So whenever you don't do that, I get depressed.
Yes.
I get angry.
And it affects you.
It affects you because it seems like my life is depending on you. Meanwhile, my life shouldn't be depending on you. So my life should be depending on the decisions I take to be happy, to be successful, to get healed, to heal myself from all traumatic events and all.
As you keep building those characters in yourself little by little, you see yourself growing.
Yes.
You see yourself seeing more, because it takes a lot of work to be able to see what you need to do.
Yeah.
That's why I believe in God so much, because He is like my anchor.
Woe to him that believe on somebody else.
Yeah. He's like my anchor.
Yeah.
To see who I need to be, what I need to do, where I need to work on, because most people can't see it by themselves.
Yeah, so you have to trust in God.
You have to trust in Him.
And trusting in God is trusting in yourself, because ye are gods. You have to trust yourself, trust your guts, trust your instincts.
So what are we saying? What are we saying? Is it the Spirit of God is what gives you the room to excel?
Yeah.
You cannot excel without having the Spirit of God inside you. It's a spirit of excellence. It affects your growth. So if you think you can coast through life, like it's something I tell my friend, if I know say I not keep person, if I know say I not put my hand for dirty, like I hold my God strong.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yeah,
So
you have to be accountable.
So in closing, be intentional about yourself and what you want to achieve.
Okay, that's very beautiful. Just as we're talking about the things we should not just expect from life. On the flip side, what are those, just in one very quick phrase, what are those things that we should actually expect from life moving forward?
Expect like life will give you all the best things you desire. And life will give you all the best things you work for. And people have to know that they deserve best, they deserve good, they deserve to be loved, they deserve to be successful, they deserve to be rich, they deserve to have good relationships, they deserve to have children, they deserve to have their own houses, their own cars. They deserve to live a purposeful life, because at the end of the day, if you don't die being fulfilled, nobody will be held accountable except you.
So one thing I know life will offer is life will give you chances. Life will play the game with you, will open doors for you.
Yes.
But you have to go inside there. You have to take those chances, take those risks.
Yes.
Because
Expect it.
Expect it to
Expect
happen.
it. The expectations of the righteous shall not be cut short. But if you're not expecting anything from life, then
So why hold on to the negative? Why hold on to the sides of it, the sides of life where you feel like you're either going downhill or you fail? If you know there's a probability where you succeed, there's a chance where life gives you what you're looking for. Hold on to it.
there's another thing that is very, very important that I would love to share. This is personal, and spirituality is not about religion, right? So God expects you to be spiritual. Very important.
Connected.
Yes, God expects you to exhibit spiritual practices, not religious practices. Because over the years, including myself, people have experienced trauma with their life or with churches or religion, thinking that religion is the cause of their problem. not knowing that God expects them to be spiritual in terms of be aware, be spiritually awakened to know
Yes, you know,
what
that's
your
a
life
side of
is.
life that most people take for granted. Your
Yes.
spirituality is what you need to open your eyes.
Yeah.
Spirituality is not just by going to church, you know. It's how connected are you to yourself, to your inner man.
Yes. Every successful person is spiritual, not religion,
Yes.
or not religious rather. Spiritual, knowing that they are spiritual in terms of doing those practices. For example, fasting, not being a glutton, not oversleeping, knowing when to sleep, when not to sleep,
Yes.
meditation, thinking, praying. Those things are spiritual
Because they're all
practices.
trying to build their spirit man.
Giving, loving. Loving is one of the biggest spiritual practices people don't know. They think it's about loving one person. You have to love yourself, love what you do, love people around you, not withstanding what life throws at you.
Well, it's beautiful to hear it, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like the more you build your spirituality, the more you open your eyes
Yes.
to see your sides, and
Yes.
see who you can become.
When you're spiritual, you see God in everyone, everything, notwithstanding the situation.
Okay. Every good thing has to come to an end. So, sure. Fortunately, I like to use that word. We have. This is the last question, and I want us to end on strong notes. I want to know, how can somebody listening begin adjusting their mind this week? How can somebody listening to this just begin adjusting their mind this week, just to kick off their 2026 in just one very short phrase? I want it to be a very powerful, a short phrase.
How can someone adjust their mind this week? I will tell you that the best thing you can do for yourself coming into the new year is put yourself in a position of growth. You know, list out the things you need to do to have a successful year. Write them down. You know, write the new habits, the new disciplines, the new ways of thinking you want to carry into your 2026. So it means it's a transformation and it's a process. It doesn't just happen, you know. But the first step to doing it is writing it down.
Okay, I think the for me the first thing you start have to do is making a decision. Right, first know what you want, then decide to get it. Right. So when you decide to get it, you will now know that there are practical processes that you will do to trying to get it. For example, instead of vision board, I call it action board.
That's you should take note of that.
Action board. So when you know it's an action board, you know that you are accountable to your
To it,
actions and your
yes.
results. So be aware of what you want, make a decision, and be
Move on
action.
with it.
Yeah,
Move on
take
with it.
action.
Okay, thank you. That's such a beautiful answer. So to end this entire interview with very strong notes, I'd like to add just one word. If there's anybody listening that takes just one thing away from this entire thing, what would it be?
Okay, please. My one word is this. That's why I call it one word, because the last word that I will leave you with, it is just love yourself. Please, please love yourself. Forgive yourself for your past that you didn't make it in 2025.
Okay.
Forgive people around you. Heal from your pains and trauma.
Okay.
Love your job. Love what you do. Love your business. Then those things will begin to love you back. All right. So that is for me. Love money too. What I mean, love, not like kind of killing somebody to make money, but love
The process of
the process and love everything. And
that's beautiful.
Give it
That's
good.
beautiful. Well, that was a very nice piece. One sentence, because I can't use just one word that I can use to describe one phrase I can use is be intentionally focused on your growth. Have a mindset that keeps you locked in on your growth. And I'm sure there's nothing you cannot achieve. There's nothing you set your mind into that you cannot achieve. So, thank you for being here today. Thank you for having this conversation with me. I am deeply honored to
My
be
pleasure.
here.
My pleasure.
And thank you for watching. Thank you for being
My
here.
pleasure.
We hope to build a community that brings the best and the elite minds together, and we create something beautiful, something that lives longer than us. This is Real Talk, and my name is Bennett Ogbe Orisha Temi. I want you to drop one thing you've picked from this video and share this to a friend, a brother, a sister. And this is not going to be the end. Throughout the year, we're going to be having talk sessions every month, and you'll be glad you came here. So subscribe, like, comment, and share to the world. I'll see you soon.